3, 2, 1. Mr. Death Breath.
Hey, so Dead by Daylight is the best horror game out there, and I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why, and if you don't agree, you can kick rocks. So, number 3, atmosphere. The developers of Behavior Interactive completely understand what it means to be in a horror movie, let alone a horror movie. I mean, every level invokes dread. Whether you are in a spooky carnival or a Chinese garden near a koi pond, you always feel fear. The scorched skies, the endless fog, the dilapidated buildings, the score that accompanies every level, including the killer. It's just endlessly terrifying. Just standing still makes you feel like you're on the verge of dying. Number 2, the survivor experience. So very much like every final girl and final boy, they always have to survive. But imagine in this case, if everyone's the final girl and final boy. Essentially, you have 4 survivors trying to escape this area by working on generators or a hatch, and the killer has to chase them and kill them and hook them or kill them by choice, however they want to do it. And basically, everyone is playing their own horror story. So every individual survivor has their own individualistic moment where they have to try to escape the killer. And as a player, it is absolutely terrifying. You have to work on generators while being sneaky, while making sure they don't explode with a random skill check. You have to make sure that you avoid the gaze of the killer who is prowling around like a hungry lion ready to devour somebody. And on top of that, you have this audio component. When the killer's near you, you hear this heartbeat, and it just gives you all this anxiety. And it also doesn't help when you're working on a generator and the killer's far enough, but one of your teammates decides, while being chased, to run the direction you are. It's just absolutely terrifying. Even against hiding against walls, it feels so cinematic. You're hiding against a wall, you see your character in third person, but you see the killer roaming around ready to get you. It knows the experience. And then, in addition, getting chased is terrifying. You genuinely feel like it's all over at this point. When the killer's chasing you and you can see the red stain, which is a light indicative of where they're looking, coming after you, it's just endless fear of dread. And then, equally, there's points of elation when you manage to break contact with the killer and hiding just behind a wall that they can't see because they're in first person. And when you manage to trick the killer into believing that they lost you when you're merely a foot away, there's something exhilarating about that. It really captures the survivor experience. And lastly, when you get caught, there's nothing worse and more defeating than getting caught, or being on a hook, or being downed by the killer, or simply being carried to the hook. And you know, at that point, your chances of survival are slim. Yes, you can have some perks that help even the odds, but essentially, the odds are against you. You're about 75% dead. And during that process, you have these demonic entity claws, which is the being that controls this whole universe, coming down trying to stop you and kill you, and you have to fight them by hitting a quick time moment. And if you survive that and you get pulled off the hook, then you get to live again for seconds, or maybe to the end of the game and escape. Or it can go as far as to never escape and get caught as you're about to open the gate. I mean, I had some memorable matches, one with a Chucky where I was running across the entire map just to get to the open gate, and right as I'm running through, Chucky comes out, hits me, drops me, and hooks me. I mean, it gets the survivor experience. Behavior Interactive understands what it means to be a final girl, final boy. Number 3, the killer experience. Dead by Daylight truly is one of the best horror IPs out there. It really is. Because you have the fact that it isn't just a Friday the 13th game, it isn't a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, it isn't the Evil Dead garbage game, it is the ultimate hide-and-go-die horror survivor killer game. I mean, let me just give you some licensed names we have. So, for all you Freddy Fazbear fans, we are getting a spooky Springtrap, and it looks terrifying. And don't tell me that, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's always been spooky. It's always been, like, tongue-in-cheek spooky. Like, it's so spooky, sweetie. It's been like that, not really scary, okay? We have the Xenomorph. We have Ghostface. We have Michael Myers. We have Chucky, the pig from Saw. We have your Texas Chainsaw Massacre buddies. We have, you know, Leatherface. Oh, and for the Evil Dead fans out there, we have Ash. Good Ash, bad Ash. We have him. So not only do we have licensed characters, which we do, which is amazing, but we also have incredible original characters. Looking at you, the Unknown, who's this strange eldritch horror type thing that looks like it came out of Men in Black 1, but also out of the depths of your nightmares. We have the Artist, who's a amazing character that is this creepy bird lady that shoots crows to zone areas. I mean, the Huntress, who has a lullaby that is terrifying and infectious, and after you're done playing a level with her, you still hear it in your own home. It's amazing. It's so incredible. Or being chased by Michael, especially when they're played to lore, when he just stares at you with that endless gaze across the map, and you don't know if he's going to hit you or just look at you, and the entire time as a survivor, you have no idea. And that's where the killer experience is so wonderful, because you can play to manage generators, to prevent them from progressing. You can play to stalk. You can play to down, and you can play to kill. And if you're like, but isn't downing and killing the same thing? Well, you know, if you decide to play with certain characters, you can do a dash and slash. Some characters are built like that. Like Ghostface, he can run, be undetected, hit someone and down them. And with Michael, you can just stalk, and it's just so much fun, because when you do get into a chase, and you catch that pesky survivor, it is a feeling of incredible elation. You know, and in the same respect, if you do want to simply just watch people, it's fun. It's creepy seeing the characters, all the survivors panic, not knowing what to do, and they do this wonderful universal sign of, hey, we're friends, by doing a squat curtsy and nodding and hoping the killer will simply respond by nodding or spinning in a circle, or if they're able to, squatting. And it's just that constant tension knowing that you are the hammer no matter what. Dead by Daylight is the ultimate horror game. It's survived the likes of its predecessors. And honestly, if you want the ultimate horror experience, from the elation of catching, murdering, and hooking victims, or simply trying to survive and seeing how long you'd last as a final girl boy, I highly recommend it.